Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Guess what we're doing today?
What is it? What is it?
Oh my god. We're starting a new book of the Bible.
I knew that bit. Sorry, I'm a little sick today.
You are something else.
Yeah, no, I know.
We're starting the book of Ezra.
Is it better than?
I don't know.
No.
We're going to see.
Some things apparently are better than Ezra, though.
Some things are better than Ezra.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I like that band.
I do too,
It's
but
a good band.
the book of Ezra is not among my favorite things,
no.
even though I haven't read it yet.
Oh, okay. We just being in the Bible, you know.
Right, that's
Right.
what I'm saying.
But we're starting a new book.
We're starting a new book.
So let's go start a new book.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so do you know who the author of the book of Ezra is supposed to be?
You've said it before, but it's not Ezra, obviously.
It is Ezra.
Oh, it is Ezra?
That's who they think wrote it.
Oh.
You're an idiot.
Well, shit.
Also, I'm not going to do like a lot of intro because we'll do a wrap up after the book of Ezra.
Right.
But I just wanted to say this little thing that I thought was interesting.
Okay.
At the time this was being written and these events were occurring, during the same time period, Gautama Buddha was in India, Confucius was in China, and Socrates was in Greece. So the book was being written while all this change and enlightenment was happening in the world.
Right.
So anyway,
Okay.
I just thought that was really fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into Ezra.
All right.
Okay, and this is apparently picking up right after the end of Second Chronicles.
Right. I remember you talked about in the whatever what it was.
The end of one
It's
is
the same sentence. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, in order to fulfill the word of the Lord spoken by Jeremiah, the Lord moved the heart of Cyrus, king of Persia, to make a proclamation throughout his realm, and also to put it in writing. This is what Cyrus, king of Persia, says. The Lord, the God of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he has appointed me to build a temple for him at Jerusalem in Judah. Any of his people among you may go up to Jerusalem in Judah and build the temple of the Lord, the God of Israel, the God who is in Jerusalem, and may their God be with them.
I think the people in, like the Native Americans might be a little shocked to find out that all the people of the world are given to this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think even he'd be shocked. Like, oh, shit.
Probably the Chinese who at this time would have their own.
Yeah.
little section of the world.
Seems like they'd have something to say about that.
Yeah. Okay, so he continues, and in any locality where survivors may now be living, the people are to provide them with silver and gold, with goods and livestock, and with free will offerings for the temple of God in Jerusalem.
Okay.
So Cyrus just really loves these guys for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Cyrus of Persia, God moved his heart.
Right.
He wasn't, just a really nice king guy who took care of people.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So then the family heads of Judah and Benjamin and the priests and Levites, everyone whose heart God had moved, prepared to go up and build the house of the Lord in Jerusalem.
Well, that's awesome.
But only if the Lord moved their hearts. If they didn't, it's because...
Then they stayed at home.
And it's because God didn't move their hearts. It's
Right.
not their fault.
Yeah. You think maybe they were watching like the football game or something?
Probably, or catching up on their TikToks and their
Right,
Twitters
right.
and whatnot.
That's what I would do.
And Netflix.
If God didn't move my heart, that's what I'd do.
If God didn't move my heart, I'd totally be wrapped up in my Afghan, laying down on my couch, watching streaming stuff.
Right, yeah.
All their neighbors assisted them with articles of silver and gold, with goods and livestock, and with valuable gifts, in addition to all the free will offerings.
I don't know, monetarily, it sounds like it's good to have God move your heart, though.
Yeah.
People are giving you shit.
Right? Moreover, King Cyrus brought out the articles belonging to the temple of the Lord, which Nebuchadnezzar had carried away from Jerusalem and had placed in the temple of his God.
The articles?
The articles.
What are the fucking articles?
I'm going to bet you anything that it's the Moses' templates.
Why do they keep renaming this shit? I can't. It's hard enough to keep track of when it's just one thing.
I know.
Let alone 5 different things.
But I bet that's what it is. Cyrus, king of Persia, had them brought by Mithridath, the treasurer, who counted them out to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah.
Counted them out?
This was the inventory.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Gold bowls, 30 matching silver bowls, 410 other articles, 1,000. In all, there were 5,400 articles of gold and of silver. Sheshbazzar brought all these along with the exiles when they came up from Babylon to Jerusalem. The end. So I was wrong. It was just some of the
like it's like when
stolen goods.
If you get out of jail, that's like the stuff they keep for you, right?
Yeah. And they read it off the receipt.
Yeah, right.
And you're like, hey, I had a stick of gum. And the guard's chewing it going, don't know what happened to it. Yeah.
All right. So that was the first chapter of Ezra,
That was the first chapter of Ezra. So
All
these
right.
people are going home and they got prizes and they got their shit.
Sounds like good. And people are nice to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good start.
It is a good start.
As far as things go.
Yeah.
Hopefully I won't be sick tomorrow.
I hope not, because
You hate it when I'm sick.
Because, okay, when you are sick, you make a lot of noises with your throat. And, like, you cough and snort. And it's just, I just want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. I know.
I am a bitch. I will have everyone know that I am not sympathetic when I should be.
She will not get me anything when I'm sick.
That's a lie. I get it for you, but I resent it is all.
Yeah, I have to deal with shit over it if I ask you to give me something.
But I get you whatever. And sometimes I'm like, did you take medicine? And you're like, no. And I'm like, dumbass, take medicine. Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to get on out of here and I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow with the second chapter of Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra chapter 2 coming up.
See you then.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Are you okay?
I'm a little bit better.
What's going on?
I am, and I was much more sick, but I am sick.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Late.
Sick, then late.
Sorry.
That doesn't happen often to me.
No, you came home from work early and then traded days to have today off work.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No.
No.
So sorry for my nasaliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound like shit.
Thanks.
Honestly.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot. You know?
So do you remember what happened in chapter 1?
That Cyrus guy, he was like kind of cool to the Israelites and gave them some of their shit back and said, here you go back home.
Yeah, he counted out their stuff to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. And I really hate myself because I missed an opportunity to go Sheshbazzar, 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 Sheshbazzar.
What?
How bizarre.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You never heard that song? How bizarre! How bizarre! How bizarre! How bizarre!
Literally no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I'll have to play it for you, and you'll have to link it in the notes because
Apparently.
I'm not pulling this song out of my ass.
I believe you. I just don't know what you're talking about. So
Okay.
all right.
Well,
So
you'll know
anyway.
it when you hear it, and I didn't do it wrong.
I believe you.
Okay.
So that was Ezra chapter 1.
Sure as fuck was.
I'm so used to saying first or second.
I
Get
know.
that out of my
It's
head.
just Ezra.
It's just Ezra chapter 1.
Capable Ezra, not better than Ezra.
Right, yeah. And today we're going to be doing...
Ezra chapter 2.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, we are back with Ezra chapter 2.
Yes, we are.
And now tell me about Sheshbazzar.
Yeah, I was wrong. I do know the song.
Mm-hmm.
I just always thought it said something else because I'm stupid.
You thought that they were saying help is on
Yeah.
instead of how bizarre.
I mean, I never really paid that much attention to the band or the lyrics of it, you know. And it's like a one-hit wonder, I found out, because like I never heard of it's OMC.
OMC.
Who the fuck is OMC?
I don't know. It's something something millionaire club or something.
Right, yeah.
That's what it stands for. But
Yeah.
It was a really good song.
Yeah.
Sheshbazzar. 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 Sheshbazzar.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, now these are the people of the province who came up from the captivity of the exiles, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had taken captive to Babylon. Parentheses voice. They returned to Jerusalem and Judah, each to their own town, in company with Zerubbabel, Joshua, Nehemiah, Sariah, Reliah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigvai, Rehum, and Banah.
I kind of wonder how far past this whole thing. Like when Nebuchadnezzar like took them captive, right?
Mm-hmm.
To when
This is 70 years later.
70 years later. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the same people going back, probably for the most part.
Right.
It was, a whole new set of people
A
going
whole
back
new
to their
generation.
old that probably never even knew their fucking homeland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. The list of the men of the people of Israel, the descendants of Parash, 2,172, of Shephatiah, 372. Oh, I accidentally scrolled myself away.
Oh man, I hate it when that happens.
Of Arah, 775. Of Pahath Moab, through the line of Jeshua and Joab, 2,812. Of Elam, 1,254. Of Zatu, 954. Of Zakai,
It's a lot of numbers.
760. Of Benai, 642. Of Babai, 623. Of Azgad, 1222. Of Adonikam, 666. Ooh. Of Bigvai, 2056. Of Adin, 455. Of Atir through Hezekiah, 98. Of Bazai, 323. Of Jorah, 112. Of Hasham, 223. Of Gabar, 95. The men of Bethlehem,
Jesus.
123. Of Netopha, 56. Of Anathoth, 128. Of Asmaveth, 42. Of Koriath, Jeram, Kephira, and Beroth, 743. Of Ramah and Geba, 621. Of Michmash, Paddywhack, 122. Of Bethel and Ai, 223. Of Nebo, 52. Of Magbish, 156. Of the other Elam, the other one.
Yeah, that one.
1254. Of Haram, 320. Of Lod, Hadid, and Ono, 725. Of Jericho, 345. And of Sanaa, 3630. The priests.
Okay.
Of Emir, 1052. Of Pashur, 1247. Of Haram, 1017. The Levites. Oh, that was a period.
That's
the end.
The end.
Yeah. The Levites. The musicians. The gatekeepers of the temple. The temple servants. Kiros, Sahiah.
No, wait.
Padon.
How did they have these jobs still if it's been 70 years? Like
Lebanon, Gabah, Akub, Hagab, Shalmai, Hanan, Gadel, Gahar, Ria, Rezin, Nakoda, Gazam, Uzzah, Paseah, Bazai, Asna, Minim, Nephusim, Backbook.
Backbook?
back book, paddywhack, give it up.
That wasn't where I was going with that, no.
Hakufa, Harher, Baslith, Mahida, Harsha, Barkos, Sisera, Taman, Naziah, and Hadifa. Let us not forget that we were merely trying to read the Bible, get through the Bible, and so...
Well, if we picked a day to do one late, and then like have another one shortly after, this is a good day.
Yeah, this is the good one.
They'd be like, this one sucked, let's just move on to the next one.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
so,
totally. But again, mingle, read the Bible, get through it. And we're doing it together, you guys.
Yeah, that's right.
The descendants of the servants of Solomon: Jala, Darkin, Gedel, Shephatiah, Hatil. The temple servants and the descendants of the servants of Solomon, 392. The following came up from the towns of Tel Malah, Tel Harsha, Kerub, Adon, and Immer, but they could not show that their families were descended from Israel.
That's a shame.
The descendants of Deliah, Tobiah, and Nekoda, 652. And from among the priests, the descendants of Hobiah, Hakaz, and Barzillai, parentheses voice, a man who had married a daughter of Barzillai the Gileadite and was called by that name.
Okay.
These searched for their family records, but they could not find them, and so they were excluded from the priesthood as unclean.
Damn the bad luck.
Yeah, that sucks.
You're unclean just because they kept bad records?
Yep.
Man, that sucks.
You should have had them write down things better.
Huh.
Shame on you for your descendants' crimes.
That's dumb.
The governor ordered them not to eat any of the most sacred food until there was a priest ministering with the Urim and the Thummim. Remember those things?
I do, yeah.
The Urim was...
Those were like things on the...
On the chest plates.
Right, yeah.
And whatnot and what have you.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like the dice and the... and the throwing the bones.
Right.
Yeah. The whole company numbered 42,360. Besides their 7,337 male and female slaves, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Gotta have those.
And they also had 200 male and female singers, which apparently they also did not count.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Better to be a singer than a slave, as the saying goes.
I guess. But not much better, apparently.
No, for fuck's sake. They had 736 horses, 245 mules, 435 camels, and 6,720 donkeys.
Well, that's good. Gotta have a lot of ass, you know?
How much ass is too much ass?
I don't know.
Dead ass, though. When they arrived at the house of the Lord in Jerusalem, some of the heads of the families gave free will offerings toward the rebuilding of the house of God on its site. According to their ability, they gave to the treasury for this work 61,000 derricks of gold, 5,000 minas of silver, and 100 priestly garments.
Wow.
The priests, the Levites, the musicians, the gatekeepers, and the temple servants settled in their own towns along with some of the other people, and the rest of the Israelites settled in their towns. The end.
People settled in their towns, and there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
Sort of. But not really that many.
They had a solid count of the people, and they settled.
There was like 42,000 altogether, and that's like the amount of one tribe prior to this. So they kind of slimmed their ranks
dwindled.
Quite a bit.
Dwindlers.
Yeah. All right, so that was Ezra chapter 2.
Very capable.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it very capable. It was capable, maybe.
It wasn't even capable, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Everything's better than Ezra.
Right.
Okay.
How bizarre.
Shall bizarre.
All right. So that was Ezra chapter 2.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow / just a little bit from now, we will be back with
Ezra chapter 3.
We'll see you guys then.
Okie dokie. Husband.
Wife.
Do you remember what we just now read just now?
I do. We read a list of fucking people coming back from exile.
In Ezra chapter 2.
It's going to be hard.
It is. Yeah, it was.
And I'm still sick.
Yeah, you are.
Considering we just did the last, so yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes
Still
ago.
sick.
10 minutes later, still sick.
Yeah.
Yep. So you'll hear this like the next day.
Right.
And it sounds like, a whole night has passed, but it didn't. No,
just a few minutes.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. So before we get into the meat of this, I do want to shout out something, and we'll have another shout out tomorrow even. So this is really cool. But we have somebody who upped their pledge on Patreon from $5 to $10, and
how
right?
what?
And we just want to give a big thank you to Conrad D.
Conrad!
And just say thank you, and it means the world to us. So I don't know what else to say other than thank you.
I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say. I mean, thank you so much, and I still don't get it every time.
Wow.
I'm always like, oh my god, people.
I think our 500th episode might have had something to do with it. We had a couple people. We had one person join and one person up their pledge after that because we were talking about how little we make and stuff. They're like, we'll feel bad for you. Here's some extra money. But seriously though, it helps us run all the stuff we're doing. I mean, we couldn't do this without you guys, and it does mean the world to us. So thank you.
Very much.
Yes, very much.
All
you all are very, very, very capable.
Yes, indeed. You are the capablest. You are better than Ezra, I would even say.
That's right. All right, speaking of Ezra, so that was Ezra chapter 2.
Sure as fuck was.
And today we're going to be reading
Ezra chapter 3.
Let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, Ezra chapter 3.
Okay.
When the 7th month came, so we're talking like fall time frame, like October-ish.
They start, because they start their month in like April or something, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So 7 months later makes it October.
Sure.
Ish.
Yeah.
So fall time period. The Israelites had settled in their towns. The people assembled together as one in Jerusalem.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Getting together for Thanksgiving.
And now they're all one because they no more. I mean, no
there
point
ain't
in
a lot
fighting
of them.
anymore.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, we're all just one people now.
Yeah.
Know?
But you missed what I said. Getting together for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Then Joshua, son of Jozadak, and his fellow priests, and Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and his associates, them guys began to build the altar of the God of Israel to sacrifice burnt offerings on it, in accordance with what is written in the law of Moses, the man of God.
Oh, now they've expanded on this book. Has it become like a thing now? Like, is it like published? They have multiple copies.
Moses, the man of God.
It's got a title now. It's got a title now.
The law of Moses, the man of God.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. They've extended the title.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I don't know if the man of God is part of the title so much as the man of God is referring to Moses.
I got it. Okay.
Despite their fear of the peoples around them, they built the altar on its foundation and sacrificed burnt offerings on it to the Lord, both the morning and evening sacrifices.
Okay.
Then, in accordance with what is written, they celebrated the Festival of Tabernacles.
Oh, wait, Festival of Tabernacles?
Tabernacles.
Plural. I thought there was only one tabernacle.
Well, there's multiple ones.
Okay. This is a new festival, though, that I'm not aware of.
I don't know. Tabernacles.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting.
With the required number of burnt offerings prescribed for each day. However many you're supposed to do.
That prescribed amount.
That is what they did.
Yeah.
After that, they presented the regular burnt offerings, the new moon sacrifices, and the sacrifices for all the appointed sacred festivals of the Lord, as well as those brought as free will offerings to the Lord.
New moon sacrifices?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
no, I don't know. But, I mean...
New moon, full moon, half moon, quarter moon.
I mean,
pagan.
Can you imagine if Christians today celebrated, like, the moon cycles and stuff?
And slaughtered animals?
Right. Yeah, we just think they're a bunch of Looney Tunes.
And what's funny is that that's literally what they accuse atheists of doing.
Right. Well, I mean, we eat babies, but, I mean, not really. But, that's what they get accused of.
We don't eat babies.
Right. No, we don't eat babies.
Never.
No eating babies.
I've never eaten a single baby. And you can't prove I did. On the first day of the 7th month, they began to offer burnt offerings to the Lord, though the foundation of the Lord's temple had not yet been built or laid.
Oh.
Then they gave money to the masons and carpenters and gave food and drink and olive oil to the people of Sidon and Tyre, so that they would bring cedar logs by sea from Lebanon to Joppa.
Those are those cedar people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As authorized by Cyrus, king of Persia.
Oh, Cyrus is helping them build their temple.
Cyrus.
Sounds like a good dude, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
We love us some Cyrus.
Apparently, he's the only non-Israelite that everybody loves.
Yeah.
So
In the second month of the second year, so like May-ish,
Sure.
May time frame.
Yeah.
After their arrival at the house of God in Jerusalem, Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, Joshua, son of Jozadak, and the rest of the people, parentheses voice, the priests and the Levites and all who had returned from the captivity to Jerusalem, began the work.
Oh, okay.
All them guys began the work.
I mean, that's what you do, I guess.
Yeah. You go
What
home.
else you gonna do?
You go home,
We're
go to
here.
work.
We gotta work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's capitalism 101.
Right, yeah.
Go
they
home,
hired
go
us,
to
let's
work.
go do it, yeah.
They appointed Levites 20 years old and older to supervise the building of the house of the Lord. Joshua and his sons and brothers, and Kadmiel and his sons, descendants of Hodaviah, and the sons of Henadad and their sons and brothers, all Levites, joined together in supervising those working on the house of God.
Okay.
When the builders laid the foundation of the temple of the Lord, the priests in their vestments and with trumpets, brr, 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 and with the Levites, the sons of Asaph, with cymbals, took their places to praise the Lord as prescribed by David, king of Israel. Remember David?
Yeah, I do.
I remember him.
He might have killed Goliath, or somebody else did.
He didn't kill nobody.
I know. He danced naked, though.
He sure as fuck did.
Maybe.
That boy danced
Remember, that
naked.
was questionable, though.
Questionable, but I think he danced naked.
I'm going to go with he danced naked.
Yep, because that's just more fun.
It definitely
and
is.
And his wife made fun of him because she saw that ding-dong swinging in the wind and was like, no, no. With praise and thanksgiving, they sing to the Lord. He is good. His love towards Israel endures forever. And all the people gave a great shout. Yeah!
How do you sing that? How do you sing that without some sort of, like, a hint of irony in your voice? Because you just came back from Exodus, or not Exodus, but from exile, where you got fucking, banished to another land because God didn't have your back.
You really need to read the book Candide by Voltaire, and that will answer that question for you.
Okay.
It's basically whatever happens is for the best. And this is the best of all possible worlds.
I see.
Everything that happens is toward the good. So if an anvil lands on your foot and your toe swells and you get gangrene, that's good that happened. Blessed be.
I guess.
God is great because you didn't die. And if you do die, then I say, blessed be, at least I didn't fucking die. Everything is good.
I must just be really fucking cynical then.
Everything is awesome when you read Candide by Voltaire. Everything is awesome.
Man, you should get on like the marketing team for Candide.
I know.
Yeah.
And the Bible.
Yeah.
God is great. God is good. Nothing bad ever happens. And if it does, it's your own fault or else it's meant to be.
Right.
Or maybe both. Sometimes both.
Sometimes both, yeah.
Just mind your garden, bitches.
Sure.
Okay. So anyway, they're singing, He is good. Fuck the fact that we were exiled. It was awesome. I mean, it wasn't, but now we're free, so yay. His love toward Israel endures forever, except for when we're bad, and then it doesn't, but now we're free, so yay, it does.
God, that was a nice edit. I like that.
Yeah. I thought my song was more true.
That was much better. Yeah.
It was better than Ezra's.
It's just not going to get old.
Nope. And all the people gave a great shout, yeah, of praise. How do you yell praise? Praise!
Yeah,
like that?
Sure.
Okay.
I guess.
To the Lord. Praise to the Lord! Because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid. Nice lay. But many of the older priests and Levites and family heads who had seen the former temple wept aloud when they
so bad.
saw the foundation of this temple being laid.
They're like, what did you guys do?
That is such a bad lay. You don't know how to lay shit. While many others shouted for joy, which they already fucking said.
Yeah.
No one could distinguish the sound of the shouts of joy from the sound of weeping because the people made so much goddamn noise.
Yeah.
And the sound was heard far away. The end.
Far away, meaning like a quarter mile outside of town or like 500 miles away. That would make a big difference. Far away is relative. So
whenever I hear the phrase far away, I think of the song Far and Away by Enya from that one movie.
Why does everything got to be a song?
because everything's a song or a movie or both.
Oh, okay.
From that movie starring Nicole Kidman, and they came from Ireland and they were settling land.
Yeah,
and
Far and Away.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Okay, yeah. Did you ever see that movie?
I did.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it was all right.
And her boyfriend or brother or something
Tom Cruise.
was it him?
It was.
He was a fighter. He was always getting in fights, and
Yeah.
and then he got money for it.
Right.
It was the earliest Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know how we go. Oh, Far and Away.
Yeah.
Far and Away.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that was it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was Ezra chapter 3.
That was Ezra chapter fucking 3.
All right. So that's all we got for today.
Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow with Ezra. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be back tomorrow with
Ezra chapter 4, fuckface.
Yeah, there you go. All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband,
Wife.
where have we been?
Sick as fuck.
I know. I'm so sorry. This time it was me.
Yeah, well, it was probably my fault. so.
Probably, asshole.
Well, I mean, we decided to do one when I was sick, so like I was literally facing you, talking into the mic,
Yeah.
Spreading my germs onto you at that point, I'm sure. So
That and we live in the same fucking
there
house.
is that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I was sick. Sorry, guys. We're trying to get this out still at least on the same day.
Yeah. Apologize in advance for any sniffles throughout this, and I may have to do some extra editing at the end, maybe too,
Yeah.
possibly.
Ooh.
It is what it is.
So, do you remember what happened the last time we did this?
Let's see. We were rebuilding the temple in Jerusalem, I believe.
Yes, and there was weeping and sounds of joy. And
Yeah.
I don't really understand the weeping, but it was
I mean,
loud.
I made a joke that it was because it was a shitty job they were doing, but it was probably more in reverence for the Lord or some shit.
Well, the sound was heard from far and away.
Right.
Far and away.
So before we get into what we're doing today,
Mhm.
I do have an announcement to make. Another announcement to make. So we
Another
just did one
announcement.
recently, but we have a new patron.
What?
Yeah. Their name is Leslie, and they are our newest patron.
Leslie, thank you.
Yeah, and we just wanted to give you a shout out and just, again, I feel like we've been saying it a lot recently, but it never gets old. We really, really appreciate you, and you can't imagine how much it is helping further what we're doing, and
Mhm.
just the fact that you're there makes our days that much easier. So
Yes, thank you so much, Leslie. Very much appreciate you.
definitely. And if anybody else wants to help contribute and help us with what we're doing, you can always go to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse, and there are donation levels starting as low as $2 a month.
Yep.
That being said, what are we getting into today?
Well, we just covered Ezra chapter 3, and today we will be starting Ezra chapter 4.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, Ezra chapter 4.
Okay.
When the enemies of Judah and Benjamin heard that the exiles were building a temple for the Lord, the God of Israel,
Yeah.
they came to Zerubbabel.
Yeah, Zerubbabel.
Yeah.
That one place over there.
Yeah. And to the heads of the family and said, "Let us help you build, 'cause like you, we seek your God and have been sacrificing to him since the time of Esarhaddon, king of Assyria, who brought us here."
Wait, these are the enemies of Judah and Benjamin?
Yeah.
And they're seeking the leaders of Judah and Benjamin?
Yeah. And they're like,
Okay.
"We want to play God too."
Okay.
But Zerubbabel, Joshua, and the rest of the heads of the families of Israel answered, "You have no part with us in building a temple to our God. We alone will build it for the Lord, the God of Israel.
That's
As
kind of shitty.
King Cyrus, the king of Persia, commanded us."
That's kind of
They
shitty.
were like, "Step off, assholes." Then
Wow.
the peoples around them set out to discourage the people of Judah and make them afraid to go on building. They bribed officials to work against them and frustrate their plans during the entire reign of Cyrus, king of Persia, and down to the reign of Darius, king of Persia.
See, all they had to do was invite these fuckers in to help them build,
Yeah.
and they just left them alone. But no, they had to be assholes.
Well, I mean,
It's our God. Fuck you.
I feel like maybe, I could be wrong, but I feel like maybe those guys were just trying to sneak their way in and like pretend to help, but actually,
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
But, I mean, they did call them enemies.
That's what I'm saying.
But at the same time, they went and offered their help and said, "Hey, we've been worshiping your God while you guys were gone. We want to help." It seems like a peace offering to me.
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
All right.
I'm suspicious.
It's an interesting denial of help, though.
Right. I would like to know...
There must have been some serious issues there.
Yeah. I would like to know more about why they would have said no. Because I tend to think they probably had good reason. Like, if one of my exes came up and was like, "Hey, we've been enemies all these years, but now suddenly out of the blue, I just want to be nice." Wouldn't you be like...
I definitely question that motive.
Hell no.
Right.
Like, absolutely not. I'm not even giving you an inch to come in and pretend that we're going to be friends now.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Like, you burn that bridge.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
I don't know. I'm suspicious by nature, I guess.
I suppose.
Once somebody was mean to me, I just assumed that, okay, we don't get along. I'm not saying I wish harm on you, but I'm not saying I want to, like, work side by side with you now.
Right.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Sure.
At the beginning of the reign of Xerxes, they lodged an accusation against the people of Judah and Jerusalem. And in the days of Artaxerxes, king of Persia, Bishlam, Mithridates, Tabeel, and the rest of his associates wrote a letter to Artaxerxes.
Yeah, you have this letter. There's a letter.
There's a letter.
Write a letter.
You got it. The letter was written in Aramaic script and in the Aramaic language. Rahum, the commanding officer, and Shimshai, the secretary, wrote a letter against Jerusalem to Artaxerxes, the king, as follows.
Do you think there's some significance to it being written in Aramaic?
Probably was written in a language that their enemies could not decipher.
Okay.
Or out of respect was written in a language that...
obviously it means something or they wouldn't have mentioned it specifically. Right. There's some sort of meaning behind that.
It wasn't written in Hebrew, so it was either written to confound somebody or to gain the respect of somebody.
Right.
And I don't know which it was, but yeah, there was clearly a reason.
Right.
Rahum, the commanding officer, and Shimshai, the secretary, together with the rest of their associates, the judges, officials, and administrators over the people from Persia, Uruk, and Babylon, the Elamites of Susa, and the other people whom the great and honorable Ashurbanipal deported and settled in the city of Samaria and elsewhere in Trans-Euphrates.
That was a lot of words that were big.
So many words, and I feel like I missed the gist of how the sentence ran, so I apologize if I had pauses in the wrong
like choppy,
places.
Yeah.
I couldn't follow where the verbs were. I don't know what verb nouned what noun.
We'll just blame it on being sick.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to blame this one on the Bible.
Got it.
Okay? I take blame when it's my fault. Like, I sound like ass. I know that.
Right.
But this was not my fault. Okay, parentheses voice. This is a copy of the letter they sent him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, end parentheses. To King...
Not in Aramaic.
No. This is in English for the uninitiated.
Right, yeah.
To King Artaxerxes, from your servants in Trans-Euphrates. The king should know that the people who came up to us from you have gone to Jerusalem and are rebuilding that rebellious and wicked city. They are restoring the walls and repairing the foundations. Furthermore, the king should know that if this city is built and its walls are restored, no more taxes, tribute, or duty will be paid, and eventually the royal revenues will suffer. Now, since we are under obligation to the palace and it is not proper for us to see the king dishonored, we are sending this message to inform the king, so that a search may be made in the archives of your predecessors.
You know, I have to say, they're worried about them becoming warrior-like again and fighting again.
Too big for their britches whatever.
That's not an unfounded problem that they might... I mean, they were very... They went out to war a lot, you know?
They were a warlike people.
Yeah,
yes.
At least as the Bible describes it, anyway.
Okay, letter continues.
Sorry.
In these records, you will find that this city is a rebellious city, troublesome to kings and provinces, a place with a long history of sedition. That is why this city was destroyed. We inform the king that if this city is built and its walls are restored, you will be left with nothing in Trans-Euphrates. That sounds fair, honestly.
I mean, yeah.
I don't dispute anything being said there.
Right. And also, they're refusing help from their people that are offering help.
Yeah.
So like they're not playing the game. You
Yeah.
know, like they're like, no, we're doing our own thing. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That doesn't bode
Not
well.
that I blame
It
them
doesn't
for
bode
that.
well for cooperation.
Sure. I'm seeing both sides here.
Right.
I'm sitting my fence very nicely and
No, I
comfortably
got you.
here.
I got you.
Yeah. So the king sent this reply to Rahum, the commanding officer, Shimshai the secretary, and the rest of their associates living in Samaria and elsewhere in Trans-Euphrates. Greetings. The letter you sent us has been read and translated in my presence. I issued an order and a search was made, and it was found that this city has a long history of revolt against kings and has been a place of rebellion and sedition. Jerusalem has had powerful kings ruling over the whole of Trans-Euphrates, and taxes, tribute, and duty were paid to them. Now issue an order to these men to stop work so that this city will not be rebuilt until I so order. Ooh.
Okay.
Be careful not to neglect this matter.
This is a new king, right?
Mhm.
This is not so like Cyrus. Was it Cyrus? Cyrus?
Cyrus.
Jeez. He told them they were going to rebuild their stuff, right?
Yeah, but
this is a newer king that's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Nah, maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Artaxerxes or whatever,
right.
and he is like, oh.
And it was a couple of generations of kings down,
Yeah,
right?
because after Cyrus they mentioned Xerxes, and then after Xerxes it was Artaxerxes.
Right.
Or whatever the fuck his
Okay,
name
I was
is.
just trying to, like, in my head where we're at here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this guy's like, wait, I don't know. Hold on. Everybody stop moving for a minute.
I mean, that's a legitimate
Yeah.
request if you're ruling an area. Like, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to stop till I figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, he's not saying like never. He's not saying like tear it down and never start again.
Right,
He's
and
saying,
you're not even really that
stop
much
building.
in trouble. Just like,
Yeah.
hold up, man.
Stop building until I can get the facts on this matter.
I think that's a fair request.
Yeah. Why let this threat grow to the detriment of the royal interests? The king's letter continued.
Sure. Yeah.
As soon as the copy of the letter of King Artaxerxes was read to Rahum and Shimshai, the secretary, and their associates, they went immediately to the Jews in Jerusalem and compelled them by force to stop.
Oh, damn.
Thus, the work on the house of God in Jerusalem came to a standstill until the second year of the reign of Darius, king of Persia. The end.
Oh. Well,
Damn.
I mean, okay.
This is interesting.
Right,
Like,
yeah. So they're basically subjects right now.
Yeah.
They're subjects of another kingdom.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you will not do what you want. And we're going to stop whatever we want to fucking stop.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yep.
And God didn't have a goddamn thing to say about it.
No, he did not.
That's interesting. to
That
me.
is interesting.
So-
If God really wanted his temple built, I guess he would have stepped in.
Right.
But he didn't. So
Right.
whatever.
Yeah,
No
whatever.
temple for you.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was Ezra chapter 4.
Sure as fuck was.
And we'll be back tomorrow because this will be releasing late on the day
Tonight.
it's actually supposed to be out.
Yep.
But just really late.
Mhm.
But we'll be back tomorrow with Ezra. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be back tomorrow.
Stop stepping on my
I know.
line.
I'm messing up lately. I don't know.
I know. Ezra chapter 5.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Yep, bye. Husband,
Wife.
do you remember what happened yesterday? Just kidding, 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, I do. 5 minutes ago yesterday,
Yes.
we did our last episode,
Yeah.
which was Ezra chapter 4.
Sure as fuck was.
Yeah, and they were rebuilding Jerusalem, and then their neighbors were like, "Yo, we'll help you with that," and then they didn't want them to help, and then they were like, "Wait, no, we're gonna tattle on you actually," and then they tattled on them, and then the king of Persia was like, "Hey, fuckers, stop," and so
Yeah.
they stopped,
Yeah.
and then God didn't do anything about it.
God did nothing. God was very absent from that chapter.
Yeah, he was.
He could have stepped in, but he didn't.
He didn't.
Even though his people were like, building a land, building
They were
a
so excited about it. They were
tabernacle,
weeping
building-
and everything.
Yeah.
And then God didn't even help them continue building it. They're just
I
like,
know.
nope, done.
Yeah.
Persia said no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
King of Persia said, get the fuck out of here with that.
Right.
Y'all need to stop for a minute. Hang on.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of stopping for a minute, we got to stop for a minute and thank somebody again.
Again?
Yeah, so we have
What?
another patron.
No way.
Yeah, so his name's Damon L.
Damon L.
Yeah, and he's our newest patron.
Aw,
And
thank you, Damon L.
I gotta tell you, I actually know this person,
I know.
so it's kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh, hey. And I had to text him like, hey, was this you? Because the name showed up as a different name, and I was like,
Wait a minute.
But that email address, that looks like a right email address.
I know that person.
I think I might know that person. Yeah, so Damon, thank you so much. Yeah, it really made my day when I saw that come through. So I also know that he does not necessarily agree with our stance on things, but he is willing to listen, and he has been listening. So,
wow.
I really appreciate that. And I had a talk with him actually, and said, I think that the trouble is that when you stop talking about things, that's when you be into a dangerous situation as far as what you're able to conceive as the truth and not the truth and things like that. So we had a great conversation about it. That's all.
That's really interesting.
So again, thank you, Damon.
Damon, you're too legit to quit.
I'm going to put a smiley face in the notes just for you, Damon.
Aw.
That's an insight thing.
That's an inside thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, that was that. And then today we're going to be getting into, so we did Ezra chapter 4 yesterday.
Yeah.
Today we're getting into
Ezra chapter 5. What is wrong with you? You are so off your game.
I'm still sick.
I know.
Whatever.
God.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, Ezra chapter 5.
Okay.
Now Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the prophet,
Yeah.
a descendant of Iddo,
Iddo, yeah. Right.
Prophesied to the Jews in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel who was over them.
Mm-hmm.
He prophesied.
That's what prophets generally do, I think, right?
The prophecies prophesize.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and Joshua, son of Jozadak, set to work to rebuild the house of God in Jerusalem, and the prophets of God were with them, supporting them.
This was after a couple of kings, because they said that it stopped, and then it didn't restart until that other king was in power or whatever.
Yeah,
from last chapter.
yeah. Let me see what that king's name was.
Yeah,
Damon or Darius.
Darius.
It was
okay.
Darius.
All
the
right.
second year of Darius, they were like, "We're going to start building again."
Right. Well, they kind of left it hanging on the beginning of this chapter, so I was like, well, that didn't just happen right after they stopped building before,
right?
Because no, they put an end to that at that point.
Yeah.
So
yeah. At that time, okay, hold on. Tatanai, governor of Trans-Euphrates, and Shethar-Bozani and their associates.
I think they need to get... That sounds like a fucking company name.
I know, it really does. Trans-Euphrates. That's like a gas company, right? Like, it's a cruise line or something.
Really does, yeah.
Jesus.
It does sound... Yeah.
Okay, so those guys and their associates went to them and asked, "Who authorized you to rebuild this temple and to finish it?" They were like, "Excuse you? What the fuck do you think y'all are doing?" They also asked, "What are the names of those who are constructing this building?" Oh, they're
taking names.
They're like,
Shit.
"I have a clipboard and I want names right fucking now."
Right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're like, "I'm Karen and I want to speak to the manager." But the eye of their God was watching over the elders of the Jews.
Of course. But now he was.
Now
not
he was.
before.
Not last chapter, but this chapter
This chapter is good. Yeah.
And they were not stopped until a report could go to Darius and his written reply be received. So they were just like, "I'm ignoring your clipboard and I'm going to keep building.
Right.
Thanks, bye."
Right.
This is a copy of the letter that Tatanai,
Man, they got a lot of copies of letters.
governor of Trans-Euphrates, and Shethar-Bozani and their associates, the officials of Trans-Euphrates, sent to King Darius. Okay, so they sent this letter to King Darius, and they were like, "My name is Karen. I want to speak to the manager. Dear manager, these fucks, can you even?"
So Tatanai is what Karen was back in biblical times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. The report they sent him read as follows. Okay?
Yep.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
To King Darius, cordial greetings. The king should know that we went to the district of Judah to the temple of the great God. The people are building it with large stones and placing the timbers in the walls. The work is being carried on with diligence and is making rapid progress under their direction. We questioned the elders and asked them who authorized you to rebuild this temple and to finish
names,
it.
Motherfucker.
We also asked them their names so that we could write down the names of their leaders for your information.
Yeah, just for your information, you know?
This is the answer they gave us. Those fuckers. I mean, are you even ready for this? King, We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and we are rebuilding the temple that was built many years ago, one that a great king of Israel built and finished. But because our ancestors angered the God of heaven, he gave them into the hands of Nebuchadnezzar, the Chaldean, king of Babylon, who destroyed this temple and deported the people to Babylon. However,
which was also God's will. Just saying.
Yep. However, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Babylon, King Cyrus issued a decree to rebuild this house of God. He even removed from the temple of Babylon the gold and silver articles of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar had taken from the temple in Jerusalem and brought to the temple in Babylon. Then King Cyrus gave them to a man named Sheshbazzar, whom he had appointed governor, and he told him, "Take these articles and go and deposit them in the temple in Jerusalem and rebuild the house of God on its site."
Yeah.
End quote. So continuing with the letter now. So this Sheshbazzar came and laid the foundations of the house of God in Jerusalem. From that day to the present, it has been under construction, but is not yet finished. Now, if it pleases the king, let a search be made in the royal archives of Babylon to see if King Cyrus did, in fact, issue a decree to rebuild this house of God in Jerusalem. Then let the king send us his decision in this matter. The end.
And then, okay. And then we'll be happy to enforce it because we don't like those fuckers.
Yeah,
right?
like they are tattletales to the max. Like they are, oh my God. I used to know this person that would walk around their neighborhood and they would literally whip out a ruler and measure people's fucking grass to make sure that it was under the prescribed length it was meant to be. And if it was over that length, then she would call and report them to the board of the neighborhood.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And like somebody was building like a playground thing, like one of those little playgrounds that you put for your kids.
Right.
But she like read all into the notes and was like, it's not supposed to be in the front yard unless it could be so many feet from the sidewalk and so many feet from the house, and their yard's not big enough for that.
I ain't got time for rules like that shit.
She was so fucking uppity. She would do this kind of shit and she would tattle on them, and she made people pay fees because of it. Like, who the fuck? Like, mind your own beeswax.
Right.
Who's got time for that? I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what these people are. These people are that lady.
We should find all the Karens of the Bible. And then, like, we could have like a story about all the Karens of the Bible.
These folks are Karen to the max.
Yeah.
They're like, I would like to speak to the manager. Here's a list of names of the people that were fucking up. That it doesn't really impact us, but we just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
And, if you would like something to be done about it, I will totally take care of that for you because I just happen to hate them.
Yeah.
Is all.
Right.
Like, show your ass there,
Yep. So that was pretty much it for this chapter, which was Ezra chapter 5.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow, which will actually be tomorrow at this point because we're not catching up from being sick.
Yeah.
We'll be back with...
tomorrow is Saturday, so it'll be Saturday Q&A, which I sing it backwards. It's actually Q&A Saturday, but I'm
sick. Good thing you fixed that, so it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, we'll be doing a Patreon episode this week.
Which I don't have a jingle for yet.
Yeah, no jingle for that.
I'm taking suggestions. If you guys have ideas for a
please.
jingle, hit me up.
If there's a jingle artist out there, write us a jingle, And then we'll be doing, obviously, the weekly replay on Sunday as well. Mm-hmm. And then we'll be back on Monday with...
Ezra chapter 6.
All right. Well, we will see you guys then. And have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Hi.
Hi. I bet people can already guess why we didn't do an episode earlier this morning.
Yeah, well, I was sick, but what you may not know is not only was I sick, I actually had to visit the ER.
Yeah, we were there last night at the ER.
Because my oxygen saturation level
was low.
Dipping pretty low.
Yeah, it was. So we went to the ER. That was that.
That was interesting.
But the fun bit to know is that it's not any of the big three. It's not
it's neither
COVID.
Neither COVID nor flu nor RSV.
Right. So we don't know what the fuck she's got.
No, well, and then we asked, so what is? And they were like, basically any of 50 other nasty viruses that we don't
know what the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Well, without doing extensive
They don't test
testing.
for.
Right.
Yeah, they test for those big three, and then after that, they're like, I don't know, some
So
virus.
anyway, a little bit of medicine later, a good amount of sleep, and here we are, a little late, but still trucking
ticking
along.
Yeah.
So
apologies for being late, but we're still here.
right.
I'm okay. I'm alive.
Yeah.
And nothing that a little breathing treatment and a shot of fire into my arm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I swear to God that they went to the Mount Olympus and got the fire and put it in a needle.
Right.
Is what they put in
That's
my
what it
arm.
looked like.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing today?
Today is Q&A Saturday. Whew, that was shaky. Sorry. And we had some Q's and I have some A's.
Over which chapters?
Ezra chapters 1 through 5.
All right, let's go ahead and get into this.
Okie dokie. Okay, so we had 2 questions, and I have answers, or at least conversation about both of them, plus a third little just neat, nifty tidbit of info.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
One of our first questions was, why did the Israelites turn down assistance from their enemies to rebuild the temple?
Right. That bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, they're offering help, so
Right.
why not?
Right. So here's the answer to that. And it's just as you might think.
Okay.
Basically, the offer was not being made
It was not genuine.
altruistically.
Got it.
Yeah. Judea was not completely empty of inhabitants in the 2 generations of when the Jewish population of Judah was exiled.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So that land didn't just sit there empty. There were a few people left behind. Okay.
Okay.
So there was a remnant that was descended from the lowest and poorest of the land. They were left behind.
That's right.
And
I think they said they left some people
Mhm.
to work the land.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they combined with the few who drifted into the largely desolate area.
Okay.
And those people, they were not happy that Judah and Benjamin were coming back to Judea.
Well, yeah, they got this big old land. It's all
Mhm.
theirs. And they're like, hell,
And
we were
probably-
poor-ass mofos before, and now we got all this
Right.
shit.
And probably for those 2 generations, I'm betting that it was quiet as fuck.
Right.
And the peace reigned.
Sure.
And they could just fucking do their land and live quietly.
Right.
So when they found out, like, they heard the hammers going and,
They're like,
you know,
God damn, they're back.
yeah. So those who drifted into Judea were related to the Samaritans. And
Okay.
they were intermarried with those left behind after the exiles. So you're probably thinking, like, Samaritan, wait, I know a story of a good Samaritan,
Right, yeah.
So we have not actually done that. That's in the New Testament, but I
Okay.
told you a little bit about it.
Got it.
So when we hear the story, I'm just going to reiterate this. When we hear the story of the Good Samaritan, we're thinking, oh yeah, Samaritan. Everybody wants to be a Samaritan. Samaritans are good guys, right?
Right.
But in the Bible, like, this is one of the few stories that somehow I just magically know, and I'm not sure where I picked it up from.
Yeah.
Biblically speaking, the Samaritans were not people that the Jews liked. They were not good guys.
Got it.
Okay? So that's what the Good Samaritan, it's like, whoa, check a look at this bad guy who is doing something good.
This guy over here, this one guy,
Right.
he's actually not bad.
Right. Like, that's the meaning behind the term Good Samaritan.
That's kind of shitty.
Right. Well, no. What happened was there was a Jew that was like, had, I don't know, he fell off of a horse or some shit. He's laying on the side of the road. He's broken, poor, and sad. I don't know the whole ins and outs because I have never read the Bible.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, there he is laying there sick and dying or whatever. And a Samaritan comes along and a bunch of people pass him by, rich Jews, other people of various religions, and a Samaritan.
Sure.
Right? And everybody passes him by and either ignore him or make fun of him, right? But the Samaritan, this one particular one,
Stops to
help him and picks him up and takes him home, makes him better.
Right.
So when we say Good Samaritan, we're not using the term exactly correctly. When we say everybody should be a Good Samaritan, what we're saying is everybody should be good. Not
right.
everybody should be good as opposed to what they normally are, which is assholes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what the term actually means.
Okay. All right.
So the Samaritans continued as a people into New Testament times, which I just told you.
Yeah.
because the Samaritans had some historical connection to the people of Israel, their faith was a combination of regulations and ritual from the law of Moses and from various superstitions. So they were like a mix.
Got it. They were like a different sect of Judaism.
Yes, they would have been ones that, if they were worshiping the golden calf, they would have been doing so sincerely, not satanically.
But given that the Jews had been exiled to Babylon. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so when they came back, they were much less in numbers. Mm-hmm. Probably incorporating these people that were almost like them, but not quite. It wasn't entirely out of the question at this point. Like, we don't like you, but you can stay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
So most Jews in Jesus' time despised the Samaritans. Now, again, we're not there yet. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of idea of why the Samaritans were who they were and became who they became.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
They often hated the Samaritans more than the Gentiles because, religiously speaking, the Samaritans, having picked up a bit of religion from here and there, were considered half-breeds because their religious faith was eclectic. It was a mongrel faith.
Right.
They were religious mutts. And that would make them more hateful than somebody who was a different faith altogether.
It's funny because the history in the Bible of Judaism is kind of a progression from what they would maybe consider a hybrid religion to what they then became later. Mm-hmm.
And so, it's like they despise what they used to be.
Right. I'm not saying that the Samaritans are exactly what they were early on, but they definitely evolved their religion, and they used to worship
multiple gods.
Yeah.
They at least believed in multiple gods and chose which ones they would worship for each different instance.
Right.
So in 2 Kings, I don't know if you remember this, I didn't, but in 2 Kings chapter 17, this tells the attitude of the Samaritans. They feared the Lord, yet served their own gods according to the rituals of the nations from among whom they were carried away.
Okay.
So, that pretty much summarizes.
That's basically what we were saying all through our reading of the Jews, actually, because they were like, well, whoever's the king, that's how they worshipped at any given time.
Exactly.
And I've actually been reading a little bit of things like saying it's to think about how many people knew what about the Bible and religion at the time. There's just a very, 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 very infinitesimally small number of people that were literate enough to actually read or understand any texts that were being used to distribute what the Bible or the Torah or any of this stuff meant.
Right.
It's just a small number of people. So they relied on kings. They relied on the
leaders.
The leaders to tell them what to do and
what
how
to do,
it.
what to believe, what to worship, how to worship.
Right.
How to live.
Yeah.
So to the Samaritans, Yahweh was just one of many powerful gods, and their idolatry represented a grave danger because Israel had been exiled for their idolatry, according to their beliefs.
Yeah.
So they viewed these offers of assistance as people who wanted to partner in the work either to ruin it or to influence it to their benefit. So now whether that was true or not, kind of neither here nor there. But the fact that the second that the newly freed Israelites turned them down, the second they turned them down, the Samaritans, etc., went and tattled.
Well, because it sounds like they were, it was important to them to be who they were, but at the same time, they didn't, part of them being who they were was to not make waves with who was in charge of them. Mm-hmm. And these people were, the Israelites were not in charge of them. They were merely reoccupying under new leadership from another area, the Persians, essentially. So.
Right. But the second that they said, no thanks, we don't want your shitty help, these people were like, oh, okay, well then we're just going to go make sure that you actually have the right to be here.
Right.
And we're going to let them know that we have zero problem helping take you down.
Right.
That kind of proves the point of why they would say no.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, did
I get
one
it.
precipitate
You
the
can,
other?
you can look at it either
Maybe.
way. But I mean, also these people are coming back in and taking their land as they see it. It's been 70
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
years, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, this is my fucking land.
No, I totally agree with you. I'm presenting it from their side because that's the side we're supposed to be taking as we read
I
this.
got you.
So you mentioned people hardly being able to read, et cetera, and that actually gets to our next question, which was, what was the importance or significance of the letter to the king being written in Aramaic?
Yeah.
Because they made a point of spelling that out.
Yeah.
So I have two different answers to that.
Okay.
First of all, it's really interesting in the book of Ezra, from what I've read, and we haven't finished the whole thing yet, but we've gotten halfway through at 5 chapters done.
Yeah.
It's a very short one. Well, the first several chapters are written in third person, but the latter half of the book is written in first person from Ezra's perspective.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
So he's the one telling the story, which is why it's often believed that he is the actual author of the book. And that makes the most sense.
Right.
Now, that's the first half of my answer. Here's the other half of the answer. Since Aramaic was the language of diplomacy in the Persian Empire, the letter would have been written in Aramaic. So that's just how it was done.
All right.
But not all of the verses written in Aramaic are diplomatic correspondence or decrees of Persian kings.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff that's in the book of Ezra that was not, it wasn't just the correspondence that was written in Aramaic. So then that would lead to the question, wait, I thought only the documentation would be in Aramaic then, based on what you just said. Wife?
Sure.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Well, some of the narrative itself is also written in Aramaic. But why, though? It's likely that Ezra continued to write in Aramaic after inserting the Aramaic letters to demonstrate that he understood the language and was accurately interpreting the correspondence.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, because some of what I've learned recently is that a lot of people that work scribes and writing back then were literally just copying. They didn't really know how to read or write. They would literally copy and memorize lines and things like that.
So this was his way of lending
demonstration. Yeah. Validity.
Yeah.
You know, he's lending it validity.
Exactly.
So.
Which I thought that was phenomenally just wow. I don't know why, that just kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
That there's a reason why different languages were in just this 10 chapter book.
Yeah.
You know, that's so crazy.
Yep.
Here is a third little note. Okay, so I've answered our 2 questions that we had.
Okay.
And this bit is just interesting to me.
Sure.
King Cyrus also brought out the articles of, I'm reading from the Bible here, okay?
Okay.
Remember, King Cyrus brought out the articles of the house of the Lord, which Nebuchadnezzar had taken from Jerusalem and put in the temple of the gods. And Cyrus, king of Persia, brought them out by the hand of Mithridates, the treasurer, and he counted them out to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. Right?
Yeah.
So Zerubbabel, whatever his name is.
Sure.
He was the appointed Persian governor over the province of Judah. And so remember, Cyrus was counting this shit out to Sheshbazzar, right? And then Sheshbazzar gave it to Zerubbabel. Okay?
Yeah.
So Zerubbabel was a descendant of the last reigning Judea king. But guess what?
What?
Those 2 guys are probably the same person.
Oh.
Yeah. Sheshbazzar is a prince of Judah, and Zerubbabel is the last reigning Judean king, and probably Sheshbazzar was the Chaldean name of Zerubbabel.
Okay. All right.
So there's pros and cons for why that may or may not be true, but there seems to be more likelihood that they are the same entity based on some of the meanings of their names and the actions that they took, and the fact that in the beginning of Ezra, one of them is granted the what am I trying to say? I'm so sorry. My brain just like sputtered to a halt. One of them is granted the having laid the foundation of the temple.
Okay. All right.
I know I phrased that very poorly.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And in the other half of Ezra, the other one, it said that he's the one who did it.
Got it. So that's why okay.
So it's likely that they are the same guy, which I thought was interesting because, one seems to be of Persia and the other seems to be of the people that are leaving.
Right.
Coming back out of exile.
Yeah.
And so if it's the same guy, that's like, oh.
Right.
And it kind of lends back to the idea that these people that were coming out of exile were still of Babylon.
Got it.
They were of Babylon even as they were ready to leave their exile.
Sure. I mean, they've heard stories of their homeland, but they've never actually been there.
Right.
So yeah. No, I get it. And they had a king that was treating them very well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not maybe some of them might not have even wanted to leave.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly. Well, I think had we not learned last week that the king was one who actually did this for all of his peoples.
Right.
The king of Persia, Cyrus.
Right.
Had we not learned about him that he was like this, we might have found this hard to believe that he would just let these people go and be like, oh, here's your golden shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that would be a really hard pill to swallow. But to find out that he actually did
That's
this
how he
for
treated all of his people that he
all
conquered.
the people that he conquered.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Makes it like, oh, okay. And that also makes it more believable that somebody could be of these Israelites seeking freedom, but also be a governor appointed by the Persian king, a Persian governor who's also a Judean prince.
Right. Yeah. No, I see how that could make sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I thought that was interesting. I thought I'd add that into our Q&A.
No, I appreciate that. Is that pretty much all we had to cover today?
That wraps me up, and I think my voice shows it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being patient with us getting these episodes out. We will have a Patreon tomorrow. We're not going to do it tonight because we've only got one episode on this, but we will do it tomorrow whenever we get up and get moving, and then we'll have it out midday tomorrow probably sometime.
Yep.
And
apologies. We really mean to be on schedule. That is our goal.
Yeah, but sometimes shit happens.
Sometimes shit happens.
And
sometimes
man, the shit happened.
Yeah.
So here we are. We still did it daily.
I
mean,
just
more or
not,
less.
Yeah. It's just not as on schedule as we like to be for you guys.
Yeah, it was a little helter-skeltery on time.
Yeah.
But still there.
We mean to do better, though.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, we mean to do these ahead of time.
Yeah.
But that never fucking happens. So.
Hell no. You go too far, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you, and we will be back tomorrow with Patreon and the weekly wrap-up, or weekly replay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, we'll be back with...
Ezra chapter 6.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband.
Wife.
What's today?
A Patreon episode.
It is.
And maybe kind of a lame one.
I mean, I think
we're sick.
Yeah.
I'm prefacing it with that.
We're both sick and we're kind of tired, but we wanted to, follow through and give you something. And so husband was like, I don't want to shortchange. And I'm like, shortchange would be not doing it at all. And that would be robbery.
Yeah.
And at least picking something that's simple and, that we don't have to put a lot of thought into, but that, we can still have ideas and opinions about.
Sure.
Is not horrible.
I didn't say it was horrible.
And
just, lame.
So, I mean, it depends on who you are and how you feel about the new year and setting resolutions and goals and one little word and all that. And
Right.
some people like that kind of thing.
No, I got it.
So maybe some people won't think this is
I
lame or boring.
Didn't say some people won't think it's lame. I mean, if you like it, awesome.
You don't.
I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm leaving room to be impressed with what we do.
But you're starting out like,
I'm starting out with,
this
very
is gonna
much
suck.
very much cynicism.
well, okay. So basically what you're saying is, if this sucks, it's wife's fault because it was her idea. But if it's good, it's we did it together. Look what we did.
Like how I set that up?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
It was good stuff.
You're a piece of shit.
All
All right, let's get into this.
right, let's do it.
Oh no, husband, why did it stop?
Well, this was just a teaser introducing our special bonus episode just for our Patreon members and our Acast Plus subscribers.
But how can listeners hear the entire episode?
Visit us at patreon.com and become a member or subscribe on Acast Plus.
That's right. For as little as $2 a month on either platform, listeners can hear all our bonus material.
That sounds like a great deal. Links are in the show notes. Go sign up now. Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks!
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks!
Okay, bye.